So Voss is on the line.
Great.
By the way, someone wrote in on the instant feedback. It's looking like they found Sean Levy's remains.
Yeah.
Josh from Long Island. The skeleton they found in the D.C. area is really Voss's career.
Oh, come on. The guy's got a great career.
He sure does, and he's right here.
Hello?
Voss. Hey, Voss.
I got it. My career stinks after today. Anyhow.
Hi, Angel.
Hey, Cookie. Hey, did you ever go with us? It was in, Philly, right outside Philly. There was, those rooms where the girls in the peepbooths, and you go into the room with them, and you pay them, I talked them down to, $10, and they would watch you do things with yourself. Did you ever go with, me and Levy and Florentine?
I went to a lot of them in South Jersey. The one I actually went to in Philly, my buddies took me for my birthday. My buddy Kenny and a few other guys and Lou, they chipped in and they bought me a hooker for my birthday.
What is this, though? You go in a booth and the girls watch you?
No, or they, I think they give you, lap dances with your clothes off or something. One night I got kicked out of the place. They just threw me out. I was kicked out of a peep booth, but...
Why, were your little midgety fingers freaking out the girls?
No, because they weren't going for, the money I was trying to get them to go for. And one night we were in there.
How many quarters can you hold in those little hands?
It wasn't quarters, stupid. Listen. And one night,
ping, ping, as they're falling between his fingers.
So they would watch you, right? And under the shade, there was maybe 3 inches where you could see.
Yeah.
And Levy was in there. You could see the shadow of his hand going back and forth real quick. Me and Florentine were cracking up. All you saw was his shadow going back and forth real quick, right? And then he was finished, and all of a sudden they make a call, and this guy comes running in there with a big mop.
Mop, yes, I was there for that. That was in Route 130 in Jersey.
To mop it up.
You were there?
It was me, you, Florentine, and Levy. Is the whole place smelled like ammonia? Yes.
Yeah.
It's right past Cinnaminson. It's a phenomenal place. It's all J.O. booths and traffic circles down in South Jersey. Tourism there should be booming. Dude, remember there's a place at 55th and 4th and Broadway where you brought the chick one time, the Central Park Store, that same place.
Yeah.
A chick actually let me... I was doing a little mushroom balloon knot eating for $5.
Wow.
The window used to be up before Giuliani closed them all. And
now the window would come up and there's no glass?
No, they were.
So she's right there.
They were standing at chest level, so certain areas were at face level. Your face would go through the little glass, and they'd have to squat down to talk to you.
Oh, I got you.
So
if
they stand up. Oh, balloon knot heaven.
Hello.
$5.
Wait a minute.
And
you paid her $5 and you put your face there.
Right in there, because I'm a good guy like that.
I'm not worried you're going to catch something?
Don't you know what you would catch? I'm amused.
That's
easy.
That's years ago. And I had one girl scold me. She's like, "Woohoo, no tongue, sweetie." That's true. It was a different girl.
Man.
I slipped her a $5 and she gave me a little scolding.
She did she?
I brought a couple girls into those places, but the Indian guys always throw you out.
They're always blocking.
Yeah, they're always. And there was one place where the windows come up in South Philly or South Jersey where it's like a circle, though, of windows, and then the windows came up, and the girl's in the middle, and all of a sudden I look across, and I see, Florentine's head out of another window, and it kind of, put a damper on things. It's not like, laying in bed with you, who I'm used to.
It's in the round, you're saying. I've heard of these places where the windows will open up, and not only that you see the girl, but you see all the other guys that are cranking.
All the other perverts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the same way the 54th and Broadway one was. That was the same setup.
There was one booth I was in over, I think it was by 56 or something, and I don't go to them a lot. And all of a sudden I'm in there, and all of a sudden I see a tongue between the wall come through, right?
Did the wall come through, or did you hit the little glass and the thing went the little buddy booth opener?
And it was horrible.
A tongue came through into your booth?
Yeah, because there's a crack between the plexiglass.
Dude, what did you do?
Huh?
What did you do?
Ask Norton. What did I do? I ran out of the booth. It was scary.
That's funny.
It was, a lot of times you got to watch it because the guys will hit on you. And usually, I'm not a phobe about that. I could care less. I just mind my business. And they don't touch you. They look at you and you keep walking.
No!
But before I didn't know that this would happen. I was in another one in South Jersey. It's just a wonderful part of New Jersey.
Yeah.
And there was a little hole.
Right.
In the side, and I didn't know there was a hole in the side. And I'm whacking my bag, and I hear... This is absolutely true. I looked down.
Someone went...
Yeah, well, what are they going to do? Excuse me, sir? I mean, they have to go because it's illegal, I imagine. And there's a little hole, and I look down, and I see a big black finger crooking at me in the come hither motion.
Come hither?
Yeah, it was awful. Like an Addams Family episode.
The fat guy over on Route 1 and 9 throws up.
That's different, though. Boss, which place do you mean?
Well, no, everyone. The fat guy on 1 and 9 throws notes over the wall.
I've had them lobbed over at me, too, but there's a full door. They
what
can't
does
look
it say?
They throw notes?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look at me. If I'm in a booth, believe me, I'm Jennifer Lopez when I'm in a booth.
I know.
I'm nothing on the streets, but I'm a catch in a peep show.
One guy threw a note, and I opened it up and said, "Write a new joke."
Dude, no, there's the ones. I like the ones in Edison, New Jersey, because of the stupid zoning laws and a bunch of religious.
That's the one.
No, that's not the one. The one I'm talking about is it was way farther up by Raleigh Prison.
They're talking about like it's Carvel ice cream store.
It is actually on the floor.
You know what's the worst?
Hold on, they have the one. They have the booths cut chest level, so you can't whack your bag or anything.
Well, no. I'll tell you what's the worst. Now you go in Pennsylvania out by Lancaster. There's no doors.
I've been there too. No doors at all.
Did you sell them?
All of a sudden, guys come strolling by and stuff. It's horrible.
Yeah, I've had them.
You want to buy a peep show door?
Hey, Velcro feet, you mind continually walking? It's the absolute worst. And you ever dropped your last piece of chewing gum on that floor? Boy, isn't that a pest?
How about the guy that didn't get hired to mop up those floors?
Oh, my God, you guys are a pisser.
Dude, there's so many booths. I love them. When I'm on the road, dude, is there anything greater when you're on the road, you see a booth, you're just like, it's so cool. You run in there.
The Jack Shack.
And I don't like to ever arc before a show. I never dump before a show.
Because you need the energy. Right. And you need your legs about you.
Yeah. Well, that's the worst. On the way to a gig, you don't want to do it before, because then the whole night you just feel like a total zero.
Yeah.
But on the way back from like if you're leaving Saturday night.
Yep.
And, after you got rejected by the whole audience.
You treat yourself.
There's nothing wrong with that. 50, 75 cents.
You can't do it beforehand, and then you get all ready, and then in the middle of your act, you feel that pulling sensation because you're stuck to your jockeys.
You ever have that?
Hey, you turn the wrong way and you go, ow!
It's like the crazy glue tip when the little glue stuck in the hole.
You know what's the worst? I'll tell you what's the worst. When you're doing the bathtub and it looks like little jellyfish come floating towards you.
Dude, it sticks to you like rubber cement. You got to pick that and hairs off. It's awful. You never arc in the tub.
I know, it's the worst.
Something happens, it mixes with the water and turns into sacrete.
Little rubber cement balls all over your leg hairs and your stomach.
Yeah, pull the hair and everything out.
It was like a monkey did it in his hand and threw it on you. And you weren't smart enough to get your face in there, so now it's all over the place.
I can't imagine why my show wasn't picked up after this.
Oh, my God.